Hello and welcome to Getaway Day. I am your host, Mason. With me tonight, as always, is Gautam, uh, my cousin Derek, and our buddy Matthew. And you guys know Matthew. He's been a guest host on the pod here a couple of times. Derek this is his first time joining the podcast. So thank you for joining us, Derek. So I think we've got a couple things that we have new guests do. So we like you to say your name. We like to know your favorite team, and then what was the other thing? Do you guys remember?
I don't even remember doing this, but okay, I like it.
I made Matthew do it.
Yep, you did. I don't
Wait,
remember what the third thing was.
okay, what's the third thing we can have him tell us?
Favorite baseball player.
Oh, I think that's what we had Matthew do, actually. Yeah. So you tell us your name, your favorite team, your favorite player.
All right, my name is Derek Selbach. I'm a lifelong Cardinals fan, and favorite player is a super tough question. But right now, I'm going to go with Tyler O'Neill.
All right, good choice. Two-time Gold Glover. In his, what would this be? He just finished his fourth season in the big leagues, I think. So I like that choice. Yeah, so we've got kind of a different podcast for you tonight. So instead of doing a normal conversation, we've decided there's not really a whole lot of new stuff going on in baseball because of the lockout. There is going to be a negotiation over core economics tomorrow between the MLB and the MLBPA, but we obviously don't know what's going to happen. So instead of speculating, we figured let's do something fun. So we are going to play a game of Jeopardy. I have put together this board. All the questions are written by me with these guys in mind, trying to make it difficult, but also attainable. So we should have a good time here. We've got buzzers ready. We have a scoreboard ready. So this is Getaway Day. All right. So before we get into it, I want to go over the rules. So this is normal Jeopardy rules. I have two boards available. So we have a regular Jeopardy round and a double Jeopardy round if we have time. And then the final Jeopardy question. When we get to the final Jeopardy question, if you guys have a piece of paper and a pen, you just write your answer there, or you could text it to me, and then I could just read out your answer. When I read the questions, you cannot buzz in until I have finished reading the questions. That's to give everyone a chance to answer, and also just because I'm one person and can't do all the things at once. So I'll probably forget to clear buzzers or something. So it's just going to work out better if you wait till I finish the question. Let's see. I'm a big Jeopardy nerd. So I hate when people don't give their answers in the form of a question, but I will be lenient tonight. You could just give me answers, but try and answer in the form of a question so it doesn't break my heart. All right. Everyone understand the rules?
Ready to go. Let's do it.
Got it.
Let's do this. I gotta find my scoreboard. So, our categories for the Jeopardy round, we have Hall of Famers, speaking in code. That is a category in which I will describe a double play scenario, and I want you to tell me how that would be denoted in a scorebook. We have Same Faces, Old Places. In this category, I will give you the former teams of a player, and you will tell me who that player is. We have New Names, Same Places. That one should be pretty explanatory there. I'll give you an old name of a stadium. You give me the current name of the stadium going into the 2022 season. 2021 stat leaders, and finally, celebrity fans. So we will, we can't really do a coin flip here, and rock, paper, scissors isn't going to work. So I am going to think of a number between 1 and 100. I've got my number. Gautam, what is your number?
33.
Derek, what is your number?
I was actually going to say 33. 66.
Okay, Matthew, what is your number?
13.
Derek, you get the first pick. The answer was 57. So go ahead and make your first selection.
All right, let's start with 2021 stat leaders for 100.
For 100?
100.
100. All right. Stolen bases with 47 playing in both leagues. Gautam.
Who is Starling Marte?
That is correct. All right. This is awkward. It's not going to check off which ones have been answered. Let me find a piece of paper and write that down.
I got a Sharpie. I'll just cross it out on my computer screen.
That'll work. I like that idea.
That'll work.
Okay, where is a pen? Let's see, what do we got? We got 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so stat leader for 100 is gone. Gautam, you have the board.
Can you clear the buzzer thing?
I can.
I'll take 2021 stat leaders for 200.
Hits with 195 for 2 NL teams. Gautam.
Who is Trey Turner?
That is correct. I don't have enough hands here. All right, so that was 200. All right.
Being a Jeopardy robot's pretty tough. I'll take 300. Same category.
300, same category.
Don't worry, you don't need to clear the buzzer.
Pitcher strikeouts, 248 for 1 American League team. Gautam.
Who is Robbie Ray?
That is correct. All right. And buzzers are cleared. Gautam, the board is still yours. Don't worry, guys. There are categories that Gautam is going to struggle a lot in. I made sure that he's not going to be able to get every question. So you still have a shot.
I'll take 400.
400, same category. OPS with 1.044 for 1 National League team. Derek.
Had to shoot my shot. Who is Juan Soto?
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Gautam.
Who is Bryce Harper?
That is correct. Bryce Harper. All right.
I'll take 500.
500. Finishing the category. And that was not the right one. 500. Championship win percentage. 3.7 for 1 American League team. I'm going to go ahead and start a timer on this one, by the way. Matthew.
Who is the Seattle Mariners?
That is incorrect. Gautam.
Who is Shohei Ohtani? Oh, it's a team?
No, it's one player.
Who is Shohei Ohtani?
That is also incorrect.
Okay.
Derek, do you have any guesses? You could say no, and we'll just move on.
I really don't. Sure. Who is Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
That is also incorrect. The answer may surprise you. Is Aaron Judge. like I said, I put questions in here that even Gautam can't get. So
It's a tough one.
there's a reason it was the $500 question. Gautam, I believe the board is still yours because nobody got that question. So
okay, let's
new
go to
category.
Speaking in code for 100.
Okay, so just a reminder, speaking in code, I describe a situation and you tell me how it's denoted in a scorebook.
Buzzer.
Can you clear the buzzer?
Yep. Probably the most common, or at least recognizable, double play is this combination. When the ball is hit to the shortstop, he tosses it to second, who then turns to first, completing the double play. Matthew.
6-4-3.
That is correct. Let's see. That was speaking in code for 100, and Matthew.
You don't want to ding him for not asking a question?
He said lenient.
I said lenient, but I did ask for people to at least try.
I was
all
too
right.
excited.
Matthew, the board is yours. Where would you like to go next?
David, and the same thing for 200.
Same category, 200. Speaking in code. This is how you would denote a strike 'em out, throw 'em out double play finished by a second baseman. Gautam.
What is 2 to 4?
That is incorrect. Derek.
What is K 2 to 4?
That is correct. K24. All right, Derek, you were in control of the board. Let me clear the buzzers.
Let's keep it there again for 300.
All right, speaking in code for 300. This is how you denote Mason's most infuriating and surprisingly frequent double play in the show. He rockets a line drive to the first baseman, who then steps on the bag before the runner can slide back in. Matthew.
What is 3U?
That is correct. And that was the $300 question? All right.
Yep.
All right, Matthew, you were in control of the board.
I'm going to stay in the same category, except we're going to skip the $400 question.
Skipping the $400 question, going to $500.
Buzzers.
Buzzers. All right. I will not set a time limit on this one, by the way. On September 25th, Rafael Ortega hit into this unique double play sequence nicknamed the phone number double play. Goldie to Yachty to Nato to Tommy Two Bags to Yachty to Harry to DJ Pauly D. Gautam.
What is 3 to 2 to 5 to 4 to 2 to 8 to 6?
That is correct. I typed it wrong in the answer key, but that was correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my bad. But yeah, so it was the 3254286 double play. Very common. You're gonna need to memorize that one because it'll come up every year. All right, Gautam, the board is yours.
I'll clean up that 400 that we skipped.
Okay, cleaning up speaking in code for 400. I should say on this double play combo in 1985, right fielder Jesse Barfield cut down Gorman Thomas at home, where he collided with catcher Buck Martinez. Martinez suffered a broken leg and dislocated ankle before throwing the ball from his butt over the third baseman's head into left field. The left fielder threw back to Martinez, cutting down George Bell trying to go home on the air. Gautam.
What is 9272?
That is correct. That one. So I read about that one and I just loved that story because the dude broke his leg and dislocated his ankle mid-play, yeeted the ball into left, and then had to receive it again to get the second out. And it's just, it was astounding to me. So,
yeah.
All right, so we've completed both speaking in code and 2021 stat leaders. So Gautam, it is your board, new category.
Okay, I'll go with Same Faces, Old Places 100.
Same faces, old places for 100.
Buzzer.
No, I don't want you to buzz in this time. 100. This current superstar third baseman has made stops in Baltimore and Los Angeles before joining his current team. Matthew.
Who is Manny Machado?
That is correct. And Matthew is no longer in the negative. I forget where this was on the board. It was third category. There we go. Matthew, the board is yours.
We'll go the Same Faces, Old Places for 200.
All right, the $200 question. This slugger has played in Milwaukee.
Buzzer.
Buzzers.
This slugger has played in Milwaukee, Texas, Baltimore, Seattle, and Minnesota over the 16 and a half years prior to his most recent stop in the majors. Matthew.
Who is Nelson Cruz?
That is correct. All right, Matthew, the board is yours.
300.
300, same faces,
With
old
buzzers.
places. This dad of a top prospect pitched for Texas twice, Oakland, Florida, St. Louis, Tampa, and Cleveland before his final stop in Arizona in 2001. I'll go ahead and start the 10-second timer. All right, there are no buzzes on that. The answer is Bobby Witt Sr., father of current top prospect Bobby Witt Jr. Was that the $200 question or the 300?
300.
All right. I need to get in a better groove of marking it off, then clicking it, then going. All right, so Matthew, I believe the board is still yours.
Since that went so well, we'll do the $400 question.
All right, $400, same faces, old places. Dodgers, Rays, Tigers, Diamondbacks, White Sox, Cardinals, Nationals, Cubs, Braves, Marlins, Padres, Orioles, Nationals, A's, Blue Jays, all before making his final stop back in Detroit. Gautam.
Who is Edwin Jackson?
That is correct.
Nailed it.
If anyone but you got that, I would have been disappointed.
That would have been just a shame.
Yeah, that was one of them that I threw in there specifically for Gautam instead of specifically to throw Gautam off. So,
I'll take the 500.
The $500 question. We are finishing the category.
Buzzer.
And buzzer. This all-star closer has previously played for the Twins, Blue Jays, Royals, Blue Jays again, and A's before joining his current team and making another all-star appearance. No guesses? All right. The answer is Liam Hendricks. Robbie Ray. That's a dumb one. Liam Hendricks. Gautam, the board is yours. We have to move to a new category.
Can we get a score update?
Yes, the score is currently Matthew with 200, Gautam with 1,600, and Derek with negative 700. Derek is firmly in the nice, Derek. Derek is firmly in the lead for what?
I didn't actually mean to do that. It just in my mouth.
Actually, go ahead and do it again. I'll just give you the first guess on the next question. All right. But yeah, so Gautam has the board.
All right, I'll take celebrity fans for 100.
Celebrity fans for 100. Pat Sajak may be a mega fan of this team, but clearly they don't do well on the Wheel of Fortune, having lost 100 games in 3 of the last 4 years and claiming 2 number 1 draft picks in that span.
Am I actually going with this guess here?
Yes, Derek's going with first guess here.
I have no idea who his team would be. I'm going to guess who is the Baltimore Orioles.
That is correct. It was the Baltimore Orioles. That was Celebrity. All right. Derek, you were in control of the board.
All right.
Gotham's over here like, this is Jeff. You said 200?
Yeah.
All right. Daffy Duck sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at the 2016 World Series game for his hometown Cubbies. Or was it this guy doing a Daffy Duck impression? Gotham.
Who is Bill Murray?
That is correct. All right. Gotham, the board is yours.
Buzzer. I'll take 300. Celebrity fans.
Celebrity fans for 300. Stephen King's love for horror and curses even carried into his baseball fandom. King roots for this team that broke a nearly century-long curse in the mid-2000s. That was close, but Gotham gets the first answer.
Who are the Boston Red Sox?
That is correct. Let's see. And I'll just leave a 0 off of Gotham's score here. That was 300, right?
Yes.
All right. Gotham, the board is yours. And let me.
I'll take celebrity fans 400.
Celebrity fans for 400. This celebrity replaced Mike Trout in center field in a 2015 spring training game. I can't imagine the lifelong Angels fan thought that was a good idea. Derek.
Who is Will Ferrell?
That is correct. Derek, you're nearly out of the red.
Coming back.
All right. You have the board?
Let's keep it going. Celebrity fans for 500.
Celebrity fans for 500. This rapper must have written his popular song Hot in Her while using his season tickets at a Cardinals day game in late July. Derek.
Who is Nelly?
That is correct. And Derek has just moved up to second place. All right, Derek, the board is yours. We are down to Hall of Famers and new names, same places.
We have everything open on both of them?
Yes.
Right. Let's do new names, same places for 100.
All right. Marlins Park.
Did you reset the buzzers?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'll reset them. Derek, if you were trying to buzz, then go for it. But otherwise, I think Gotham buzzed first. All right. Gotham.
What is Lone Depot Park?
That is correct. All right. Board is yours.
200 new names, same places.
All right. Jacobs Field.
Buzzers.
Oh, shoot.
Do we have to like wait or?
Let's go now. Matthew.
What is Progressive Field?
Yep. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was wondering why you hadn't buzzed yet.
Yeah, I was like, that was an early buzz, a premature buzz.
Yeah, my bad.
300, same thing.
300. No, it's this category. Comiskey Park 2. Gotham.
What is Guaranteed Rate Field?
That is correct. Let's see. Score update here. And boom. Guaranteed Rate Field. All right.
400.
$400 question, same category. Oh.
Buzzer.
Miller Park. Gotham.
What is American Family Field?
That is correct. Let me just clear the buzzer now so I don't do that again.
Okay, I'll take 500.
Oko Coliseum.
Oh, God.
Let me start the timer. All right, and the answer is very obviously Ring Central Coliseum. No one gets a score there. So Gautam, the board is yours. We are down to Hall of Famers, but all point values are open still.
You know,
100.
at this point, I think if nobody answers it, Gotham should just start losing the points that we don't answer.
I'm good with that.
That's fair.
I'll start giving
100.
or I'll start giving Gautam only half the points that of every question he gets right. 100?
Yeah.
Okay. Along with Babe Ruth, Christy Mathewson, and Walter Johnson, this speedster Hall of Famer was inducted in the inaugural class in 1936. If you can get your hands on his baseball card, you must be a millionaire. Matthew.
Who is Ty Cobb?
That is incorrect. Any other guesses here? Going once, going twice, sold to the highest bidder. The answer is Hannes Wagner.
I did not know he was that big of a speedster.
Yep. Dude was fast. Okay, I believe Gautam had control of the board.
Take 200.
200. This
I'll
Hall
take
of
my buzzer
Famer,
cleared.
this Hall of Famer inducted in 1973 is recognized yearly, with some major league players donning his number 21 in his honor. Gautam.
Who is Roberto Clemente?
That is correct. You guys should tell me to clear buzzers before I go back to the main board so that I don't forget. Gautam. 300, 400, 500. Where are you going?
300.
300. This Hall of Famer still holds the record for highest career batting average at 366 against the likes of Christy Mathewson, Walter Johnson, and Mordecai Three Finger Brown. Gautam.
Who is Ty Cobb?
That is correct. Okay, so go there. Clear the buzzer now. Then give Gautam 3 points as opposed to 300. And finally, you could go 400 or 500, same category.
400.
This Hall of Famer played 19 years with the Red Sox, taking a 3-year hiatus to join the military in World War II. He finished his career with 2,654 hits, 521 home runs, a 344 career average, and 2 MVP awards. Gautam.
Who is Ted Williams?
That is correct. Here. And the final category, or the final question of the board. This Hall of Fame pitcher amassed 4 Cy Young Awards in his 15 years with the Phillies. Before Philly, he spent 7 years in the same rotation as Hall of Famer Bob Gibson. All right, Gautam.
Who is Robin Roberts?
That is incorrect. Matthew or Derek? No? The answer is Steve Carlton. All right. So that finishes our Jeopardy round. So we took about 30 minutes. Do we want to do Double Jeopardy or go straight to Final Jeopardy? I think Double Jeopardy has some other categories that Gautam might struggle with, if that helps.
Fine by me.
Okay, I'm down for it.
All right. Let me switch the board here. All right. The Double Jeopardy round categories are award winners, touching them all, asterisk, movies, rookie seasons, and stadium cuisine. So, let's see. Matthew and Derek are tied at 300 points. Gautam has 3,300. So, do I have a coin? Do any of you guys have a coin in front of you?
Derek can go first.
Derek can go first. Derek, the board is yours.
Let's do movies for 200.
This was the name of the ferocious dog on the other side of the fence in The Sandlot. Derek.
What is Goliath?
That is incorrect. Matthew or Gautam?
I wish I knew.
Yeah.
All right, so I actually would have accepted one of two answers. I would have accepted either the Beast, which is what the kids called him, or Hercules, which was his actual name. Hercules was only really said about 3 times throughout the course of the film. So that was, let's see, movies for 200. Derek, the board is still yours.
Movies again for 400.
Movies for 400. In the biopic The Rookie, Jim Morris was the high school baseball coach at a high school in Big Lake, Texas. This was their mascot. Going once. Going twice. All right. The answer is the Big Lake Owls. That one's my favorite baseball movie, so I'm a little bit upset that you guys didn't know that. Derek, the board is still yours.
Keep going. Movies for 600.
All right. I'm thinking this movies category might be a lot harder than I planned.
Yeah.
All right. In the 1994 movie Little Big League, Billy inherits and subsequently manages this Major League ball club from his grandfather. Maybe Billy should manage the 2022 iteration to help rebound from their 2021 divisional last place finish. Going once. Going twice. And the answer is the Minnesota Twins. All right. Clearly, you guys have not seen all the same baseball movies I have. Derek, the board is still yours.
All right, let's switch it up. Let's do Stadium Cuisine for 200.
All right. Our Italian friends may scoff at this ballpark food available at Redbird home games. And the name doesn't even make sense. It's deep fried, not... I've said too much. Derek, you should buzz in right now. It's what you're thinking.
I don't know if it is.
Oh, come on, dude. All right. Let me see if I could come up with... God, I really thought Italian and then how it was cooked was going to give it away. You know what? I'll just go to the answer. It was toasted ravioli.
They serve those at Busch Stadium?
They do.
Really?
Yep.
It's a big St. Louis thing, but...
All right. The rest of the Stadium Cuisine should be easier than that one. I thought that one was going to be easy for Derek, but my bad. Derek, board is still yours.
All right, let's do Stadium Cuisine 400.
All right, hot dogs and baseball. Name a better duo. But this stadium is home to the largest hot dog in the majors at 24 inches long called the Boomstick. Who knows? Maybe Seager used one to hit a home run. Really? Matthew.
What? Who is the Texas Rangers?
I'll give you a second chance. The stadium.
Oh, stadium. Oh, shit. I don't know.
Come on.
I don't remember the name.
All right. Gautam.
What is Globe Life Field?
That is correct. I really thought you were going to say park, and I was going to tell you no.
I really thought I was going to say park as well.
All right. So Gautam is now in control of the board.
I'm gonna go to touching them all 200.
All right, this player yeeted his bat
Buzzers.
into yep. This player yeeted his bat into oblivion after hitting a 3-run bomb to left field, breaking a tied game against the Texas Rangers in the 7th inning of Game 5 in their 2015 ALDS matchup. Derek.
Who is Jose Bautista?
That is correct. I think that was this one.
He definitely yeeted it.
Yes, he did. Also, I got to use the word yeet in the Jeopardy board, and it made me very happy. All right, Derek, the board is yours.
Let's do touching them all again for 400.
All right, on August 7th, 2007, Barry Bonds hit this memorable home run in San Francisco to take the home run crown from Hank Aaron. Gautam.
What is 756?
That is correct. And then
I was trying to figure out where you're going with that one.
Yeah, I was confused for a second. I had to think about that one.
Yeah,
I almost gave the wrong number too.
Because you put to take it from Hank Aaron, so that's what I was going for too. But then I was like, no, that's too easy. The answer's there.
nope. Like I said, I thought this one was I thought that everything here was attainable, minus a couple of. I thought the phone number double play, Steve Carlton, and something else from the first board was going to be difficult, but I thought pretty much everything here would be doable. Gautam, the board is yours.
I'll stick in the touch them all for 600.
All right. This player is the only player to hit a come from behind home run to walk off a World Series clinching game. Gautam.
Who is Joe Carter?
That is correct. Gautam, from now on, everyone you get right, I'm removing points.
Okay, that seems fair.
And remember, we do have a final Jeopardy question as well. So, Gautam, board is yours. We have 400 and 500 in touching them all in movies, and then, or I guess 800 and 1,000. Sorry, in touching them all in movies. 6 through 1,000 in stadium cuisine, and the others are open.
All right, I'll stick with the same 800.
All right. After leading the NL by 13 games on August 11th, 1951, the Dodgers faltered down the stretch and missed the World Series that year. The final nail in the coffin was a home run with this iconic nickname that Russ Hodges called with his iconic, "The Giants win the pennant! The Giants win the pennant!" Anyone? Going once? Going twice? It was the shot heard round the world. I believe that was the $800 question. Back to the board. Gautam, the board is yours.
1,000. Finish it.
All right. Babe Ruth hit 714 home runs in his career, but perhaps none more storied than his called shot in the 1932 World Series against this team. Gautam.
Who are the Cubs?
That is correct. I just realized I've probably only been giving Gautam the regular Jeopardy round dollar amounts, but that's completely fine with me.
His lead's pretty safe.
What?
His lead is pretty safe over there.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, Gautam, the board is yours.
We'll go award winners 200.
All right. This 7-time All-Star and 4-time Silver Slugger won the 2021 Roberto Clemente Award for bringing dentists and optometrists to his home in Las Montas de Santa Cruz in the DR? Going once. Going twice. Nelson Cruz.
Do you know why he brought dentists and optometrists to his house?
He does it every year because there's no dentists or optometrists in his hometown, or like nowhere near his hometown. So people there actually don't have the ability to go to see those specialists. And so the first time he brought them, he said that there were people that had been missing teeth that would never smile or anything because they were embarrassed that they showed up, and they were so thankful for like him doing that. And so he started doing it every single year, and he's done it for like 15 years or something now. So
cool.
That is the only Roberto Clemente award question. Just a spoiler alert.
Award winner is 400.
He's the only player in history to win 7 MVP awards, although 4 of them belong in our asterisk category. Gotham.
Who is Barry Bonds?
That is correct. All right.
Award winner is 600.
Award winners for 600. I got the buzzer cleared. This Hall of Fame pitcher has the most career Gold Gloves in history with 18. I bet he didn't even need the other fielders behind him to throw the specific type of a complete game donning his name. Gotham.
Who is Greg Maddux?
That is correct.
I feel like there's a lot of Cubs questions in here.
Well, there were a lot of Cubs and Cardinals questions, and I was not very good at putting Guardians questions in here because I know nothing about them. So sorry, Matthew.
Which one was that? 600? Was that 600?
That was 600.
Okay, I'll go 800.
Matthew, is Abbott going to answer questions for you?
He's trying to. But you haven't asked who's on first yet, so.
All right, award winners for 800. Who's on first?
He's about to make a break for it.
Do you see Costello or something back there?
I have no idea.
All right, award winners for 800.
Buzzers.
This relief pitcher has quite the resume, winning 5 World Series, 5 Rolaids Reliever of the Years, an All-Star MVP in 2013, an ALCS MVP, a World Series MVP, and a Major League record for his position. No wonder he was a first ballot Hall of Famer. Matthew.
Who is Mariano Rivera?
That is correct.
Had to get some money to spend in Final Jeopardy.
I also have a guest now.
She's keen to answer the questions or ask them.
We'll see how long until she lays on my keyboard and closes all of the apps on my computer. She's done that twice today.
Post buzzer clear.
Mookie,
I'll finish the category.
Are we on the 1,000? I can't see because she's laying on literally the only thing.
You just gave me 800. So,
I did.
yes.
Okay. Award winners for 1,000. Band-Aid should create an award for this player who's led the major leagues in hit by pitches 3 times in his 11 years in the big leagues. He was plunked 30 times in 2015, tying him for the 17th most painful season in history. Gotham.
Who is Anthony Rizzo?
That is correct. I really thought I was going to have Matthew buzz in and say Victor Robles, even though he's not been in the league for 11 years, just because of that text last night.
No. You know, Mason, next time I'm going to make one of these, and it's going to be all Guardians questions.
That's fine. I mean, hey, it's not that easy to make a Jeopardy board. I'm just going to throw that out there. So, let's see. Gotham, the board is yours. You have asterisk, rookie seasons all open, 800 and 1,000 in movies, and 600 through 1,000 in stadium cuisine.
All right, let's do rookie seasons 200.
This power hitter hit the most home runs by a rookie ever in 2019 with 53 home runs. Oh, clearing the buzzer.
Oh, I'm trying to buzz in.
Yeah, I cleared it. So, too late. Sorry. But you still got it first, Gotham.
Who is Pete Alonso?
That is correct. Let's go ahead and clear the buzzer now. And that was here. All right.
You got rookie seasons 400.
This player set the AL/NL rookie record for OPS with a whopping 1.067. He's second all-time behind Josh Gibson's 1.186 in the Negro League National League in 1933. Don't mind me as I check my answer key and actually find the answer. Anybody? No? It is Yordan Alvarez. All right, Gotham.
Rookie season 600.
Let's see, that's cleared. This physician set the rookie strikeout record for pitchers with 276 Ks in 1984. All right. That is Dwight Gooden. Doc Gooden. That was the 400 category, right? Jeez.
That was 600.
That was 600? All right.
I go 800.
All right. This player set the rookie record for both walks, 127, and strikeouts, 208 in 2017.
Are we talking pitching or hitting?
Hitters. Sorry.
Okay.
Gotham, I feel like you should just take a guess. You've got a commanding lead. All right, go for it.
Who is Joey Gallo?
That is incorrect. Matthew or Derek? No? All right. The answer was Aaron Judge. All right. I am losing my ability to keep track of things as my cat keeps stealing my pen. Gotham, the board is yours. Would you like to finish the category or move somewhere else?
I'll finish it, and please clear the buzzer.
All right. Rookie seasons for 1,000. In 2013, this pitcher had possibly the most dominant rookie season in history, throwing for a 2.19 ERA and a 1.76 ERA plus.
I feel like I should know this, but not coming to mind.
You should take a guess anyway. Gotham, you've buzzed in. What is your guess?
I know it's wrong, but who is Jacob deGrom?
That is incorrect. Anyone else? No? Jose Fernandez.
Oh.
All right, and that completes that category. We have asterisk, movies for 8 and 1,000, and stadium cuisine for 6, 8, and 1,000.
Okay. Stadium cuisine 600.
Sorry, I just looked at the chat here, and there was one that said I can do screen replacements for 6. Wait, what? I don't understand. That's my dad's being weird.
There's a reference to drawing a Sharpie on the screen to mark off.
Oh, Oh,
boy.
Okay. Also, Derek, my mom got toasted ravioli. I think she's disappointed in you. Let's see. So we had what, Stadium Cuisine for 6?
Yeah.
All right. You got pizza in my Coney dog. No, you got Coney dog in my pizza. When this team plays at home, you can get a combination fit for a diminutive 1st century BC Roman emperor. All right, Gotham.
Who are the Tigers?
That is correct. Yeah, I figured that clue was gonna get somebody there. I was actually very proud of that question too.
I liked it.
It was a little Caesars reference, Matthew.
Yeah. 800 Stadium Cuisine.
800. Seafood is huge in Seattle, and that doesn't stop at the ballpark gates. T-Mobile Park serves up poke, sushi, and these shellfish with chips. Oh. Come on, Matthew. I see your brain churning.
Thinking.
Would you like to buzz in and think out loud?
Not if I'm going to go into the negatives.
That's a valid point. We will cut this question down to $400. $200. $1. Gotham.
What is crab?
That is incorrect. Gotham is down to $6,699. It is there is no money associated with this question, Matthew.
My screen just went off. But oysters?
Ooh, so close. It was clams.
I thought that first, and then I'm like, no, it's not clams. It's probably oysters. That's what I get for changing my mind.
I was gonna say we should have got some while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of dumb of us not to. All right. I believe Gotham has control of the board.
Was that 1,000? I can't remember.
That was 800.
Okay, let's do 1,000.
All right. Perhaps the kings of stadium barbecue. This team serves up their city's signature style barbecue at every chance they get, including the brisketacho, chopped brisket, baked beans, cheesy corn, slaw, and barbecue sauce nachos. Gotham.
Who are the Royals?
That is correct. All right, so we have finished Stadium Cuisine. You have 8 and 1,000 in movies and all of Asterisk.
Okay, Asterisk 200. And my buzzer.
You don't get a buzzer. He was the first pitcher suspended by the MLB for using a foreign substance after the league implemented checks after each inning in 2021. A month later, he was suspended 80 games for PEDs. Gotham.
Who's Hector Santiago?
That is correct.
Could not remember his first name.
All right. Gotham, the board is yours.
400 asterisk, yeah.
All right, this longtime
And
pitcher
that
that played well into his 40s was suspended for 50 games in 2012 after testing positive for a testosterone boost. Gotham.
Who is Bartolo Colon?
That is correct. All right. I assume
600.
Yep. This knuckleballer for the Boston Red Sox was suspended for 80 games in 2019 for using steroids. Gotham.
Who is Stephen Wright?
Even, gosh.
That is correct.
Matthew was thinking on that one.
If
I
you
know,
could, can I just throw out last names now and just start counting?
Yeah, that's always been a thing in Jeopardy. Sometimes they'll ask you to be more specific, but I would have accepted.
You would have accepted that.
Yeah. All right. I believe that was a $400 question, right?
Yeah, I'll take. Was that 400 or 600?
No,
I can't remember.
that might have been 6. You're going to the next one, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I think that was 600.
Yeah, that was 6. Okay.
Take 800.
800. This member of the 1919 Chicago Black Sox is permanently banished from MLB history, although some suggest he may be innocent from participating in the fixing of the World Series that year. Matthew.
Who is Shoeless Joe Jackson?
That is correct.
Would you have accepted just Shoeless?
Or Joe?
Actually, I would not have accepted Joe. I would have accepted Shoeless, and I would have accepted Flimbo Jackson.
All acceptable.
Not Jackson. Flimbo Jackson.
Yes.
All right, Matthew. Asterisk for 1,000, movies 800, movies 1,000.
I'll take buzzers cleared for free.
All right.
And asterisk for 1,000.
All right. This former manager, sort of, was suspended for his role in a season-long sign-stealing scandal during his playing years, but that may not preclude him from a future Hall of Fame enshrinement.
Who is Carlos Beltran?
That is correct.
Watch out, Gotham. I'm coming for you.
That's right.
All right. If Matthew can get these next 2 questions, it actually will not be a runaway.
Movies for 800.
All right. Mason frequently refers to Josh Hader as this pitcher from the movie A League of Their Own due to their similar hairstyles. I don't actually expect anyone to get the name here. I just thought Gotham would appreciate the question.
Yeah, I no clue.
All right, go ahead and take a guess.
No, I'm not making a guess.
All right, it is Kit Keller. And then the final question of the board. Movies for 1,000. In 1993's Rookie of the Year, 12-year-old Henry Rowengartner struggled with the pressures of the majors until taken under the wing of Chet Stedman, played by this actor.
Abbott, do you know it?
I'll give you a hint. The dude is absolutely bonkers in the head. He was on Celebrity Jeopardy. Or not Celebrity Jeopardy. Celebrity Apprentice. Celebrity Apprentice. Crazy hair. I believe he was in a motorcycle crash a long time ago. His last name is 5 letters. It starts with a mode of public transport. No? I'm not sure I have any more clues I could give. It is Gary Busey. All right. So, going into the final Jeopardy round, we do have a runaway. Gotham has 8,899 fake American dollars. Matthew has 2,500 fake American dollars. And Derek has 300 fake American dollars. To make things interesting here, I am going to bump Gotham. I'm going to bump Gotham down to 6,000. And boost both Matthew and Derek to 3,000.
What did I do to deserve this?
And boost both Matthew and Derek to $3,001. All right. The final Jeopardy category is all-time greats. So go ahead and make your wagers. Like I said, if you don't have a piece of paper in front of you, you could just text me instead. Either one.
But I thought you made your wager when you were writing down your answer.
Well, you make your wager and then I show you the question.
Interesting.
All right, let me know when everyone's got their wagers in.
So I have 3,000 fake American dollars.
3,001 fake American dollars. Derek also has 3,001 fake American dollars. And Gautam has 6,000. All right, you guys ready for the question?
Yep.
Ready.
Prior to the 1994 players' strike, Tony Gwynn hit for this batting average, the closest anyone has got to 400 since Ted Williams. It inspired AleSmith Brewing Company to create a pale ale named for the beer for the Padres, or a pale ale named... Wow, I bungled that. Create a pale ale donning this number as its name. And I will give you guys about 20 seconds here. You're going to hear this buzz, but don't worry about it. Do it one more time.
You're not going to sing the Jeopardy song?
I think we'll get DMCA'd. All right. Matthew and Gautam, you guys have your answers in?
Yeah, it's on a
down.
piece of paper.
All right. Matthew, what is your answer? And how much did you wager?
Everything.
All right.
396. What is 396? 0. You asked for the batting average, right?
I did ask for the batting average, but that is incorrect. Yeah, I had to think about it for a minute. All right. Derek wagered all of his money, and his answer was 351, which is also incorrect. Gautam, what did you wager, and what is your answer?
$3. $3.94.
$3.94 is the correct answer. Matthew, you were so close. That's why it took me a minute, because I'm like, did I get it wrong? But I just double checked. It is $3.94. All right, so the final scores are Derek and Matthew at $0, so they will both be going home today with 1,000 fake American dollars in typical Jeopardy fashion, because they get something for playing. And Gautam is our champion with 6,003 fake American dollars. So what do you guys? What did you guys think of that? Clearly, the first board was more enjoyable.
You did a good job. Nice job putting the boards together.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it looked really good.
It was quite difficult. I really enjoyed this, though. Is this something that you guys would potentially want to do again if someone else writes the questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all right. Do it again.
Good deal. And I've got a couple other ideas of some game show type stuff we could do. I'm thinking maybe we could do something like a Family Feud, which we would need a couple people and figure out how to confer. So I'm not sure how that'll work, but I think it'd be a really good game there. So thank you guys very much for joining. Let me go back to this screen so that you guys can actually see us better. Thank you very much for joining us and playing, Matthew and Derek. I really hope that everyone enjoyed watching. Let's see. If you enjoy our podcast or you enjoyed this, please follow us on Twitter or Facebook at Getaway Day Pod. We record and post our podcasts every week to Spotify. So you can find us or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Cat, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find Getaway Day. So if you enjoyed this, check us out there. That's usually Gautam and I. We occasionally get a visit from Matthew, and I think we're going to try and get Derek here a couple times if he wants to join us. Yeah, so that's all we've got for you today. So have a wonderful day. And if you guys want this Jeopardy board, reach out to me on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll figure out how to get them to you if you want to use them for something else in the future. So thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.